Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to view Group C's presentation on how the company General Motors, for short GM, displays organizational theory and design. Over the next few minutes, we will introduce GM, discuss their organizational theory and effectiveness, and a handful of external factors. The next section of the presentation will focus on the inter-organizational relationship GM has, their functional organizational structure, and differentiate the manufacturing from its services. Finally, the last portion of the presentation will touch upon GM's culture, ethics, innovations, and change, as well as their decision-making, power, and politics. Then, of course, we will summarize all of the information in a brief conclusion. Without further ado, let's dive on in.
The manufacturing industry is one of the many industries that has grown since the dawn of globalization. The automotive industry has also improved and become more challenging over time. General Motors has been pushing the limits of transportation and technology for over 100 years. GM has also faced several organizational challenges and have adjusted to remain visible and competitive. A firm's organizational or corporate structure is a design or system that involves a composition and arrangement of business components such as departments or offices. In General Motors' case, the organizational structure focuses on regional markets. With their regional divisional organizational structure, GM has the advantage of flexibility when responding to regional market variations. The effectiveness of General Motors in maintaining a strong global presence shows its ability to use its organizational structure to maximize efficiency. Organization effectiveness is the efficiency of an organization, group, or company to meet its goals. GM, like other organizations, requires internal changes to keep up with regional markets and their demands. For instance, General Motors has announced a revamp of its organizational structure in South America. This enables the organization to adapt to market changes. As the global car manufacturing market is extremely competitive, General Motors has been forced to assess and reassess their position and performance. They have made striking organizational changes to meet these challenges. There are several external factors that affect the organizational culture of a company. Likewise, General Motors has also adapted to such factors like economic or political external factors. The automotive industry has a high level of competitive rivalry. The situation threatens the company's business performance. The company aims at attracting young and technology-loving clients. This can be extremely beneficial for GM and its operating organizational structure.
An asset to any company consists of inter-organizational relationships, as they benefit businesses in a variety of ways. Similarly, inter-organizational relationships are the relatively enduring resource transactions, flows, and linkages that occur among two or more organizations. Moreover, GM recognizes the benefit inter-organizational relationships has in today's society and displays it in a standard way in the car industry. On the same note, GM recognizes the reward factors and relies on inter-organizational relationships to operate a successful organization. Further, GM owns linkages to sister brands such as Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. By doing so, GM has the complexity of the environment and stands out against its competitors. Thus, GM excels in the area of inter-organizational relationships, and the company is recommended to continue to do so due to its benefits. GM operates in a functional structure since its organizational chart represents Mary T. Barra, the chairman and CAO, at the top, and has several other executives in charge of a whole department within the corporation. Overall, by GM utilizing a functional organizational structure, the company can decide on an even broader team of experts to support customers, which leads to a competitive advantage in the industry. However, since GM operates in various countries, it is recommended to also have a geographical structure as well. Moreover, by doing so, GM will recognize the difference of taste and needs in several of its regions. A critical issue to organizations is differentiating between its manufacturing and service factors. Moreover, GM displays characteristics in both categories. The business manufactures and assembles the products. However, the frontline staff sells the products and services the organization has to offer. For instance, OnStar lets customers drive with confidence since an emergency certified advisor is ready no matter what time it happens at. Similarly, GM manufactures under Group 2 large batch production due to producing mass amounts of production through an assembly line. Also, remaining competitive, GM provides training to service staff to be knowledgeable in its offerings, thus leading to profitability. Overall, it is recommended for GM to provide continuous training to its staff to ensure customers can receive quick and knowledgeable answers to all types of questions. Indeed, all organizations have their better years and sometimes have a complete organizational decline. Regarding GM, the corporation has seen a roller coaster type pattern in its profits over the years. Likewise, the company has been negatively hit by financial struggles and made full recovery. For instance, after the 2008 financial crisis, GM had to be bailed out by the United States government before needing to file for bankruptcy. In all honesty, GM has gone through each of the 5 stages when hit with the organizational decline. Further, GM was first blinded, then reached an action crisis, and ended in the dissolution phase, which is irreversible. Also, to protect internal organizational decline, GM can analyze its costs and efficiencies by identifying trends that have negative impacts. Thus, having annual audits is strongly encouraged.
Strong organizational culture can be positive or negative, and it is the job of leadership to drive the necessary values for achieving organizational success. Ethisphere recognized General Motors as one of the world's most ethical companies in 2020, and this can be attributed in part to strong leadership by Mary Barra. Senior GM leadership is careful to emphasize the importance of the code of conduct, encouraging employees to do the right thing, even when it's hard. Mary Barra was appointed the role of CEO in 2014 and faced numerous challenges right away, the first being the recall of 1.5 million vehicles. Prior leadership at GM resulted in inadequate processes and careless engineering. Mary Barra changed all of this, firing 15 executive employees and implementing a "if you see something, say something" policy. When making strategic and structural changes, a top-down approach works best, and we saw GM do this when CEO Mary Barra made organizational changes as a result of the vehicle recall, as well as her downsizing of the company to increase overall profitability. GM is committed to innovation with their GM Innovation Group and the encouragement by management to pursue new ideas. The company also consults with outside organizations to keep their focus broad and ensure they consider perspectives outside of the automotive industry. GM's commitment to innovation made them the first company to mass produce an affordable electric vehicle, and they are also working hard at finding a solution to producing autonomous vehicles at scale. Organizational decision-making can be a complex process. Ineffective or slow decision-making can be a huge competitive disadvantage, especially when innovation is important. Companies like Tesla are forcing large, well-established auto companies to move quickly, redesigning their products and business models to adapt. Slow and careful decision-making no longer works. At GM, decisions are made through partnerships in the supply chain, focused on ensuring high quality, affordability, and availability of products. CEO Mary Barra is at the top of the organization and holds formal power. When she took charge in 2014, she could see the flaws in the company's corporate culture, and she used her power to influence it. She undertook a massive organizational restructuring of the company, closing 5 factories, dropping 6 car models, and cutting 15,000 jobs. She made these decisions using a rational model and working to achieve specific goals in a logical way. General Motors has faced many challenges, including the 2008 financial crisis and the 2014 1.5 million vehicle recall. These challenges required organizational structure and design modifications for GM to be successful. They are being pushed by organizations like Tesla to be more innovative and make decisions in a fast and responsive manner. Mary Barra made several organizational changes to address GM's challenges and keep the company competitive and profitable. Their commitment to innovation has led them to be the first company to mass produce an affordable electric car, and they continue to innovate and work towards presenting to the marketplace an autonomous vehicle that can be produced at scale. While GM has had their share of organizational dysfunction, they have endured and adapted and are well positioned to continue to be a significant competitor in the auto industry for the foreseeable future.
As our references are being displayed across the screen, we would like to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to view Group C's PowerPoint presentation on GM's organizational theory and design. We hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.